Have you ever wondered how countries around the world organize their governments? There are many types of government systems, from the well-known democracy to others you might have never heard of. In this video, we will explore all the real government systems in the world, one by one, in a complete and factual way. Let's get started.
Discover the wonders. Embrace the world.
A government system is a framework that defines how power is exercised and how important decisions are made in a country. This system greatly influences society's life, public policies, and international relations. That's why understanding government systems helps us understand how the world works. Democracy. Democracy comes from the Greek words demos, meaning people, and kratos, meaning power, literally power of the people. In a democracy, citizens have the right to vote for their representatives and leaders through free and fair elections. Democracy also upholds freedom of speech, assembly, and protection of human rights. There are two main types of democracy: direct democracy, where people make decisions themselves, and representative democracy, where people elect representatives to make decisions on their behalf. Examples of democratic countries include the United States, India, and Canada. Republic. A republic is a form of government where the head of state is usually a president elected by the people or the parliament, rather than a king or queen. Republics often have written constitutions that define the separation of powers among the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The republican system promotes checks and balances and protects citizens' rights. Examples of republics are Indonesia, France, and Brazil. Absolute monarchy. An absolute monarchy is a system where a king or queen holds unlimited power, not restrained by constitutions or laws. This power is usually inherited within a royal family. The monarch is both head of state and head of government with full authority. Saudi Arabia is a modern example of absolute monarchy. Constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy blends traditional monarchy symbolism with modern democratic governance. Here, the king or queen serves mostly as a ceremonial head of state without significant executive powers. Real political power is held by the prime minister and cabinet, who are accountable to parliament. This system ensures stability and continuity through tradition while maintaining democratic governance. Examples include the United Kingdom, Japan, and Sweden. Communism. Communism is a government system based on collective ownership of production means and elimination of social classes. In practice, the state controls nearly all economic and political aspects, aiming to build a classless society without private ownership of production resources. Countries officially practicing communism typically have a single political party controlling the state. North Korea and Cuba are examples of communist states. Oligarchy. Oligarchy is a form of government where power rests in the hands of a small elite group, which may be wealthy families, military leaders, or influential factions. In an oligarchy, political and economic decisions are made by this small group without broad participation from the general populace. Oligarchies are often informal and operate behind the scenes within various government types. Federation. A federation is a government system where a country consists of multiple regions or provinces that have certain degrees of autonomy but remain under a central government. The central and regional governments have clearly divided powers, allowing local management while national matters are handled collectively. Examples include the United States, Germany, and Russia. Theocracy. Theocracy is a government system based on religious principles, where the political leader is also a religious leader, and state laws are derived from religious laws. The legitimacy of the government comes from religious authority. Iran and the Vatican are examples of theocracies. Military junta. A military junta is a government led by the military, usually established through a coup d'état against a civilian government. In the system, the military controls all political power, often ruling authoritarianly without free elections. Myanmar has experienced military junta rule in recent years. Single-party system. A single-party system allows only one political party to govern, with no legal opposition parties. This party controls the entire government and often restricts political freedoms, including banning opposition. China and Laos are examples of countries with single-party systems. Confederation. A confederation is a loose alliance of states or regions that retain primary power themselves rather than delegating it to a central government. Confederations usually form for specific purposes like defense or trade, with a very weak central authority. Historically, the United States, under the Articles of Confederation, was an example. Parliamentary system. A parliamentary system is a government system where the executive branch is drawn from the legislature and is accountable to it. The head of government is the prime minister, chosen by members of parliament and can be removed by a vote of no confidence. This system fosters close cooperation between the legislative and executive branches. The United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia use parliamentary systems. Presidential system. The presidential system features a president who is both head of state and head of government, elected directly by the people. The president holds strong executive powers independently from the legislature and serves a fixed term. The United States and Indonesia use presidential systems. The many government systems around the world reflect diverse ways humans organize power and run their nations based on history, culture, and societal needs. From democracies, where people hold the power, to monarchies and other unique systems, each has its own role and challenges in governing their countries. If you want to learn more in depth about any of these government systems, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss more interesting and educational videos from World Enthusiast. See you in the next video.